Alright, hi, I'm Giovanni Rodriguez, and this is my tower. Uh, yeah, my goal is to build a tower as best as I can, while also simultaneously trying to get that said tower to be as tall as possible. And as you can see, the tower isn't so tall, and that's mainly because of my inability to continue making the tower tall due to the tower leaning during the construction process. Uh, the materials I used are as follows. I used popsicle sticks, gumdrops, tape, dried spaghetti, and marshmallows. Uh, this two-story tower of mine has a very sturdy base because the popsicle sticks and gumdrops are what? Because of the popsicle sticks and gumdrops. But because the popsicle sticks and gumdrops are fairly heavy, I could not use them for the second floor because then that would make the tower collapse as it was already leaning. So I opted for a more low budget, less safe and less expensive dried spaghetti and marshmallows. And the second floor is more lightweight and in terms of a building perspective, less expensive. So on to the ethics question. The ethics question reads as follows. You have discovered an error in the calculations that show a tall building designed by your firm would be at serious risk of collapse in a 50-year wind. The building is complete and occupied. The possibility exists of strengthening the building, but at a very significant cost to your firm. What do you do? Either A, assess and conclude that the likelihood of a 50-year wind is sufficiently remote and accordingly is not a practical risk. B, tell the client that the building and the surrounding area should be evacuated until the building has been strengthened. Or C, discuss the problem with the client and your professional indemnity insurers and agree to proceed with the strengthening in as discreet a manner as possible, accepting the financial consequences. In my opinion, I believe the safest and most responsible way to handle a situation like this is to go with answer letter B. Letter B allows for the safety of the people living in the building as well as strengthening the building. It's a more responsible way to handle this because not only are you taking responsibility for, making a cheap and tall tower as fast as possible, but you are also showing you are trustworthy, that you are putting the safety of the people first and warning them, that way no one gets injured. So on to the tests. The first test would be the wind test, if it could survive getting blown. And first, if it succeeds my lungs, then we'll move on to a fan to see if the fan can blow it over. And if not, then we'll go on to test 2, which is an earthquake, which I'll be simulating by shaking the table. Didn't move. All right. Excuse me, sir. Let's see if the fan works. That also doesn't work. All right, on to test 2, which is the earthquake. Should I shake it as hard as possible?
Go.
All right, I'll shake it. Oh, shoot. I don't want to break the table. It survived. So it could survive a 50-year wind, theoretically, and an earthquake. It's only 2 stories tall, but it's very strong.